Want to speak real English from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at EnglishClass101.com.
Hi everybody, my name is Alicia, and today we're going to be talking about the top 25 English nouns. These are the top 25 most commonly used nouns in English, so let's get started. The first noun is the word name. Name, of course, is used in common questions like, what's your name, my name is, and so on. My favorite actor's name is Harrison Ford, something like that. Say my name, say my name. The next word is time. Time is used, of course, to express the point in the day, is used in questions like, what time is it? Can you tell me what time it is? I don't have any time lately, if you're really busy. Have you any time? It's time for my favorite show, House of Cards. Kevin Spacey is cool. The next noun is man. Please be careful, man is one of those words that has an irregular plural form. When you need to use the plural of the word man, you should say men. Do not say mans. It's very funny, but don't say it. Who's that man? Or what's up, man? You can use man with men or women, interestingly enough. The next word is woman. Woman also has an irregular plural form. Please say women when referring to more than one woman, not women's or woman's. Even though the singular and the plural form of women and woman have the same spelling at the beginning, W-O-M, the pronunciations are different. Woman, women. So watch out for that when you say this. Pretty woman. The next word is person. Person. You can use it to refer generally to either a man or a woman. Please be careful, person's plural form becomes people. When you want to talk about another culture, for example, you can say such and such country's people, or the people in that country speak blah, blah, blah language. The next word is thing. Generally an inanimate object, something that just doesn't move, like a water bottle or, a sweater, a thing. You can use it when you don't know the word for something. So thing is very, very useful. What is this thing? I like many things, for example. Where the Wild Things Are, the movie that's already out that I totally knew about. The next word is mother. Mother is the person, the woman who gave birth to you. Isn't that exciting? Mother is commonly shortened to mom or mama or mommy, ma, madre if you speak Spanish, mum, mamba if you're me, mamacita. The next word is day. Of course, day is used in all of the days of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Time period when the sun is out, the day or the daytime. Have a nice day. The next word is world. World just refers to the entire planet Earth. Well, I like to travel all around the world, or I like trying foods from all around the world. In the world of science, this is an upcoming technology. Or in the world of literature, he's one of the most famous authors. So worlds can be used to refer just to kind of a more specific hobby or a specific interest or just a specific person's life. War of Worlds. Father. Father is your dad. Other common words used for father are dad, papa, pop, daddy, pa, faja. I use that one with my dad. While mother is used to refer to kind of like nurturing, kind of like, the earth or things that like kind of give life to others. Father, at least in my mind, there's kind of this image of someone who's a little bit more strict in your life. The next word is sister. A female sibling is your sister. You can also use sister for a female person that you feel very, very close with. So I might call my female friend, I'm very close to, my sister. My brother likes to shorten it to sis. You might also hear sista as well if you are silly. Sister. Whoopi Goldberg was in a famous movie called Sister Act. The next word is brother. Brother is a male sibling. You can also use brother to refer to a close male friend. Common variations of brother are brother, bro, bra, brosy, broski. Depending on what kind of person you are, you can choose to use any number of those. Like, I might sarcastically say to my friend, cool story, bro, like if he's told me a story that's not very exciting. In Mario, for example, the name of the Mario games is actually Super Mario Brothers, but Brothers is abbreviated as B-R-O-S, Super Mario Bros. Yeah, just be careful about your use of bro, because it sounds a little bit like a college-age boy. That's kind of the feeling of the word bro. Oh, brother, where art thou? The next word is daughter. Daughter is a female child. Daughter. Do you have a daughter? I have a daughter. I don't have a daughter. Taken. It's son. A male child is someone's son. Son, S-O-N, is pronounced exactly the same as S-U-N, son. What are you talking about, son? The next word is I. E-Y-E, eye. Your eye is the round thing that you use to see with. Eye is used in a lot of expressions and idioms in English, as in, I've got my eye on you, meaning I'm watching you. Or keep your eye out for something, meaning please look for something, or please pay close attention. I'm waiting for something to happen. The next word is hand, body part. Give me a hand, or can I give you a hand, means please help me, or can I help you, to give someone a hand. Head, this thing on the top of your body, your head. We use head to refer to the top of things, as in the head of a company, the head of a group, the head of the line. So whoever is first in the line, whoever is top at the company, they are the head. If you have a head, dance. If you have a head, then dance. Woo! The next word is foot. This is another word that has a weird plural form. 1 foot, 2 feet. Foot, interestingly enough, foot is used, of course, to refer to your body part. A foot also is a unit of measurement if you are from America, or I believe one other country in the world uses this system. Sorry, we're not on board with the metric thing in America. But foot is 12 inches, about this long. So if head refers to the top of things, foot is used to refer to the bottom of things. If you've written a paper on Microsoft Word, for example, at the very bottom of the page, there will be a space called the footer, meaning the bottom, where you can put little notes to your reader. The next word is place. Place can be used to refer generally to a location, commonly to refer to friends' homes or apartments. Let's go to your place, or can we have the party at your place, is a little bit more natural than I want to go to your house. The next word is work. Be careful about using work as a noun and work as a verb. Your work refers to your job, your responsibilities, your tasks at your office or your workplace. You can use it in a phrase like, I have a lot of work to do, or please help me with my work. I like to go to work. It can be used to just refer to anything artistic in general. So it can be a painting, it can be a building, it can be a sculpture, it can be, I don't know, whatever. Anything artsy can be referred to as work, as in, I really like that new work by that artist, or did you see so-and-so's new work? Twerk. The next word is week. Week refers to the 7-day period that we have decided is 1 week here in the modern world. Commonly used in expressions relating to your activities, as in I go to the gym once a week, or I see my friends twice a week, or I have to work every day of the week. Monday through Friday is referred to as weekdays. Saturday and Sunday, weekend. Next word is month. Month is, there are 12 months in a year. My favorite month, depending on which country I'm in, I generally like autumn months, like October. I think I usually like the month of October. September, October is good because it's not too hot, not too cold, and Halloween is coming, and that's my favorite holiday. Hannah month, Tana. The next word is year. Year refers to the time period, usually 365 days. There are leap years where there is an extra day in the month of February. What year were you born? Or I was born in the year of the rabbit, depending on which calendar you like to use. It can be used to introduce a story, as in many years ago I went to blah, blah, blah. Year of the platypus. Next is the word one, the number 1, the first number, 1 of something. To refer to somebody who you loved and who left your life, you can say, oh, he or she was the one that got away. The next one is the word number, but it can be used in a number of expressions, like what's your phone number, or give me your number, or here's my number. It means phone number, but we don't always say phone. That's the end of the top 25 most common nouns in the English language. Maybe you've used some of these, you probably have. Keep them in mind and have fun with them. Thanks very much for watching this episode, and we'll see you again soon. Bye! Hi everybody, my name is Alicia, and today we're going to be talking about the top 25 English verbs by frequency, so let's get into it. Be is the first English verb. Be refers to existence. I want to be an astronaut. I think you would be a great person for this job. Be yourself. Let's be friends. I could have been a writer if I wanted to be. The next verb is have. I have a dog. I have an idea. What do you have? How many do you have? How much money do you have? Do you have any friends? How have you been? Have you seen my mom? I can't find her. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. The next verb is do. Do you want some pizza? Do you have a dog? Do I give any dip-de-doo? Dooby-doo-be-doo, if you're Frank Sinatra. I do the things that you do better. Say what you want. Say my name, say my name. Say you love me. Do you know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? The next verb is get. Get a life, get a job, get a haircut, get a better suit. Stevens. What you got? I could have gotten pony, but I went with a lizard instead. I'm getting tired. That's not true. The next verb is make. Make a cake. Make your mother proud. Someone outside is making a strange face at me through the window at the moment. That is a true story. Make a living through legitimate means. The next verb is go. Go big or go home. I'm going to the beach. You should go to the beach. You should go to the forest. Go to a baseball game with me. Past tense of go is went. I went spelunking on my holiday. The next word is no. This is an interesting word because no is actually not commonly used in the progressive tense. No is commonly used in present tense to refer to your mental state or your emotional state. So we don't really say I am knowing, really. But we can say I know. I know the answer. What do you know about this issue? He couldn't have possibly known the location of the treasure. How many people do you know? I knew it! The next verb is take. Take a cake. Take a break. Take yourself to bed. You should take a vacation. Have you ever taken a bath? The next word is see. We'll see. I'll see you later. The next verb is come. Come is the next verb. Please come to my house. Come to a party. I'm gonna come over to your place later. The next word is think. Think. I think you're great. He thinks pizza is the best food. I'm thinking about lunch. I'm thinking about coffee. What are you thinking about? I've been thinking about something. That's a Hanson song. Have you ever thought about the meaning of life? Look. Look is the next verb. Please look at the camera. Look over there. Look over here. Look, a dog. Look at your mom. Oh my gosh, would you look at that? Look at the time. Look. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's actually a bird. Look at that. Is it me you're looking for? Hello? Next word is want. Want. What do you want? I want food. How many coffees have you ever wanted? I wanted to go to the dry cleaners this morning, but I ran out of time. That's true. The next verb is give. Give me a break. I'm going to give you a raise, Stevens. I'm giving you the axe. Fired. Give me a break. Give me a break. Break me off these I can't apart. I have given you everything I have. Go unto Mordor, Frodo. I could have given you the world, and instead I gave you a carpet. Use is the next word. Use. Don't use a pen. I like using chocolate when I make food. Are you using me for my brain? Next is find. We could have found buried treasure last weekend. I'm finding Nemo. Find things on the internet with Google. Find English words and phrases at EnglishClass101.com. Yeah! Tell is the next verb. Tell me a story. Tell me lies. Tell me sweet little lies. Tell me the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. I'm told that you are an extremely good opera singer. I'm telling you to leave. Tell lies every day. Don't tell lies. The next word is ask. Ask. Please pronounce this correctly. It is not axe. Many native speakers make this pronunciation mistake and it really bothers me. Ask. Ask me about my collection of rare donut recipes. Ask your mom about her life. Why don't you ask your boss to the party? How about you ask your coworker for some advice about this issue? I should have asked for help, but I didn't. The next verb is work. Work is work. I'm working now. Seem, to seem. The weather seems nice today. He seemed a little angry this morning. Feel is the next word. Feel. I feel happy. Feelings. How does it feel? Feel. Feel. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Try. Oh my gosh, try is the next word. I'm trying my best. I try every day to work very hard. Have you ever tried ramen? I tried ramen yesterday and it was really good. Do you try to exercise every day? I'm trying to sleep. Go away. The next verb is leave. Leave. Leave me alone. Leave your doors unlocked. Don't leave your doors unlocked. I have never left a hot air balloon without first taking a picture. The next verb is call. Call is the next verb. Give me a call. Please call me later. Call me maybe. Call your mom on her birthday every year. She'll be happy. Call, call. If you're a seagull, have you ever called the wrong number? Have you ever called a dog by another dog's name? And that's the end. That was the most fun episode I've ever done, I think. So those are 25 English verbs, some very, very common English verbs. Give them a try. We've talked about a lot of different grammar forms and a lot of different ways you can use these verbs. So please practice them. And if you like this video, please be sure to comment. Please, please, please be sure to subscribe too. We'll have a button around here somewhere, maybe many buttons. So please subscribe to us and check out more content as it becomes available. Thanks very much, and we'll see you again soon. Bye. Surfed. Look at that. Do you want to build a snowman? Leave your babies outside of the movie theater. Leave your attitude at the door. There are a lot of verbs in English. Okay, these are just a few. The coffee is in me. Hi everybody, my name is Alicia, and today we're going to be talking about the top 25 English adjectives. So these are the top 25 English adjectives in terms of how often they're used. So let's get right into it. Okay, the first adjective is the word good. Good can be used to refer to anything that you think is good or great or positive. In the comparative form, it is better. In the superlative form, it is best. So I think pizza is good. I think that sleep is good. I really think that sleep is good. Baseball is good. Playing sports is good. Video games are good. The next word is new. Comparative form, newer. Superlative form, newest. I have a new haircut. Do you want a new bike? I need to get a new job. Not true, sorry, no, just an example sentence. So next one is first. First just refers to the number one of something. Yeah, the original of something. You could say the first silent film, or the first movie I ever watched, or the first CD I ever bought. The first CD I ever bought was Michael Jackson's Bad. Next word is last, the final of something. We use last to refer to the most recent of something, as well, as in the last time I went to the beach, or the last time I went to the forest, or the last time I saw my friend. Have you ever eaten the last piece of pizza when you weren't supposed to? What was the last word we talked about? It was first. The next word is long. Long. Anything that you feel is... Lightsabers are long. Subway sandwiches are long. I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to laugh for long. The next word is great. Great can be used to express any positive emotion. Somebody gives you new information and you think it's good, but you want to express that it's even better than good. You can say it's great. Greater is the comparative form. Greatest is the superlative form. The greatest invention of all time was the light bulb, for example. What do you think is your greatest achievement? One of life's greatest pleasures is finding people to be good friends with. Is great. The next word is little. This is a very common word that gets used in an expression like when I was little, referring to when you were a kid. So when I was little, I really liked to play outside. Or when I was little, I was really into Pokemon. I have said very little about the word little. The next word is near. Near, nearer, nearest. You probably know the location of the nearest, maybe supermarket to your house or the nearest post office. I live near a very fashionable store. The next word is big. Big is used for anything that is large in size or large conceptually. So for example, you can say, an elephant is a big animal, or in terms of concept, you can say, let's see, that fashion is really big right now, or that artist is really big right now, and that refers to popularity. Big movies are exciting to watch with friends. Do you have any bigger sandwiches? I'm really hungry. Next word is other. Other just refers to something else, something different from what is currently happening. The other thing, the other person. My other friend is a DJ. My other friend is a cook. My other friend is a dancer. My other friend, I have very interesting friends. What other things have you done with your life? The next word is old. Old, it can be used to refer to people. It can be used to refer to animals, to art, anything that has a long history. So maybe I like old movies, or I don't like old art, or I think my grandpa is really, really old. This is getting old. The next word is right. This can be used to refer to the direction, right, as in the opposite of left, or it can be used to refer to something that is correct. So in a sentence like, you're right, it means you are correct. That is the correct answer. It can also be used to mean right, as in make a right turn. But you'll have to listen to the context to decide which meaning is the true meaning. This is not right could mean something that's not fair or that you disagree strongly with. This is not right. The next word is high. High refers to something that is very tall, very way up somewhere. So many people might say, like, I have a fear of high buildings, or I have a fear of high places. It can also, in the comparative form, just refer to something higher or taller than something else. Highest, meaning the most high. Squeaky level is high. I like high volume music. The next word is different. Not the same as something else, is different. I think that having many different friends is a lot of fun. Do you enjoy listening to different kinds of music? The next word is small. Small, smaller, smallest. Small and little are extremely similar. I would pretty much use them in the same way. However, we don't say when I was a small kid. We say when I was a little kid, or you can say when I was small. The next word is large. Large and big are very much the same. I will say, though, that large is used on clothing sizes. Big is not. When we talked about big, we talked about how big can be used to refer to something that's very popular. Large is not used to refer to something that's popular. Large is used for sizing, I feel, only. So like a house can be large, but it's used to refer to like the physical size of something. Large and in charge. Large, larger, largest. This is the largest hippopotamus in the zoo. I have to go. The next word is easy. Easy is the next word. Easy, easier, easiest. This is a good one that you can use anytime something seems very simple for you. For example, this test is easy, or that was the easiest thing I've ever done, or I hope this test is easier than the last test. Oh gosh, don't call a person easy, Alicia. Don't ever call a person easy unless you're trying to be really rude. My driving test was really easy. Or what's the easiest language you've ever studied? The next word is difficult. Difficult is something that seems hard to do. What is the most difficult thing you've ever had to do? The most difficult thing I've ever had to do was move to a different country. The next word is young. Young, younger, youngest. Come on, guys. Younger generations have a lot of new technologies to experiment with. Young. The next word is important. Important, more important, most important. What is important to you? I think that practicing another language is more important than playing my banjo. I don't have a banjo. You can find something that's important to you and put your time into it. I think drinking a lot of water every day is important. Putting on your shoes before you leave the house is very important. I have to go. It's very important that I go. Next word is interesting. Interesting. Anything that you think is cool, anything that you find that makes you go, ooh, is something that's interesting. I think that this type of music is the most interesting type of music. Your mom is interesting. The next word is short, short, shorter, shortest. I am the shortest person in my class. I'm the shortest person in the room. Short just refers to something that is not long, so it can refer to a size, or it can also refer to a concept, as in a length of time. So like, I'm going to travel abroad for a short period of time. Bad. You know I'm bad, you know it. Bad, something that is not good. Bad food will give you bad feelings in your stomach. You're a bad dog. Who's a bad dog? You're a bad dog. The next one is boring. Something that is not interesting. Something that does not make you go, ooh, but something that makes you go, huh. The most boring story I've ever heard was a story about a tomato. If I don't do anything, this will be really boring. Oh. Far, referring to distance. Something that is not near to you is far. How can I go farther? Far. The farthest I've ever run is 7 kilometers. I am not a runner. Okay, that's the end of the top 25 English adjectives. You've probably used these if you're studying English, and if you haven't, try to experiment with them and see what kind of interesting sentences that you can make up. Try to use the normal form and the comparative form and the negative form and the superlative form. You can express a lot with just these 25 words, so give them a try. Thanks very much for watching us in this lesson, and we'll see you again soon. Bye! Cows are delicious! Hi everybody, welcome back to Top Words. My name is Alicia, and today we're going to be talking about 5 sentence patterns that you can use as a beginner of English. Let's go! The first expression that you can use as a beginner is personally, I think that, or I would just use I think that. Personally makes it sound a little bit more polite, I think. You can use this to introduce an opinion. For example, personally, I think that pizza is amazing. Personally, I think that dinosaurs would have been delicious. Personally, I think that cars should be made to enjoy with friends. Okay, I'm gonna edit there. Personally, I think that you shouldn't worry about it. Yes, that's probably a much more useful sentence than dinosaurs would be delicious. The next expression is, what does blah 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 mean? So where here is the word you don't know. So for example, what does pasta mean? What does Stegosaurus mean? So a word like Stegosaurus is a really strange word that you probably don't know. Stegosaurus is a type of dinosaur. We're on a very dinosaurs, I don't know, we're on a Jurassic adventure at the moment. So this is a pattern you use when you don't know the meaning of the word and you would like someone to explain it to you. So if you say, what does Stegosaurus mean? Then someone can say, oh, it's a dinosaur. It's kind of like, it's a sort of short guy and it has a bunch of spikes on its back and it has a long tail and it gets into a fight with a Tyrannosaurus Rex if you saw the movie Fantasia by Disney. Okay. So in this sentence, what does complication mean? It means problem. Okay. The next pattern you can use is, can you tell me more about blah, blah, blah? So on a topic that you would like more information about, you can say, can you tell me more about the soccer game last week? Can you tell me more about the plan for the party next week? So something you would like more information about, you can say, can you tell me more about this thing? Okay, so in a sentence, can you tell me more about your sandwich options? That is a useful sentence.
Very useful.
That is a useful sentence. Okay. In this sentence here, we don't have that back home. Can you tell me more about it? This is used the reverse pattern. Okay. The next expression is, if it were up to me. If it were up to me. I had to teach this in a class a couple weeks ago, actually. If it were up to me means if I could make the decision. If this were my decision. Blah, blah, blah. So meaning, if I could make the choice, this is what I would do. But one point here is, the nuance is, it is not my decision. This is not my decision. But if it were my decision, I would do blah, blah, blah. So for example, if it were up to me, every day would be Saturday. Woo, woo, woo. But it's not, right? So, that's always the underlying, that's always the kind of basic nuance of this phrase. This decision is not mine. Okay, here the example is, if it were up to me, I would take my boss to dinner. Oh my, things just got scandalous. The next pattern is, I feel like blah, blah, blah. You can use I feel like when you introduce a suggestion or something that you would like to do, especially for food, drinks, or activities. So, for example, I feel like coffee. I feel like Italian food. I feel like an action movie. There's some activity or something you would like to do at the end of this pattern. I feel like bowling this afternoon. Something needs to go here, some sort of activity. Of course, you can use this expression to talk about your feelings. I feel like something, but this something must be a noun. It must be a noun. Like if you feel really great, I feel like $1,000,000, for example. If you feel really bad, I feel like garbage. That's a nice expression that somehow just came out of my head. Anyway, you can use this in two ways, but this must be completed with a noun phrase at the end of the sentence. That's the end then. So those are 5 beginner patterns that you can use. I think these are really, really useful patterns, especially for making a suggestion or describing your feelings. So please give them a try. Thanks very much for watching this episode of Top Words. Please be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. We'll see you again soon. Bye! Hi everybody, my name is Alicia, and today I'm joined again in the studio by...
Michael, hello.
Hi Michael, thanks for joining us again today. Today we're going to be looking at a few tips for learning another language. So each of us have prepared a few things that we think are really useful when learning another language. Both of us have studied another language to some degree. So we're going to talk about things that were useful for us and which might be useful for you as you practice your English skills. So let's begin. Do you want to start?
Sure.
Go for it.
I would say absorb media. This is something that actually, when I meet someone and they sound like a native English speaker, and I go, where are you from? Are you from Australia, America? And they're, no, I'm from blah, blah, blah. What? You mean you're not a native English speaker? And every single time they tell me, I say, how did you learn? Please, I'm an English teacher. I want to know. I want to help people, blah, blah, blah. And every single time they tell me, oh, I just love blah, blah, blah culture. So usually I love American culture. I love Justin Bieber and Lady Gaga, blah, 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 blah. And so all day, every day, they're reading, they're watching movies, they're sitting on YouTube and just absorbing it. And it doesn't feel like you're studying, but you are. And so then you're more likely to study. So it's like a fun way to study. It's helped me. I've changed everything on my iPod. So even when I'm lazy, I have no choice but to listen to the language I'm learning.
Yeah, I think that's a really good tip. I had the same thing, essentially. Mine was just phrased slightly different. I said, find something that interests you in your target language. So if English is your target language, whatever it might be, if it's music, if it's movies, if it's comic books, I don't know, if you're interested in dating someone who speaks your target language, whatever it is, find something to motivate you, something that's going to make you want to study and make you want to learn that language so that you have that, that drive to do it. I totally agree with you. Yeah, I think it's a great tip. Okay, cool. So we had one thing that was the same. I guess I'll share another one of mine if that's okay. My next one is one that I try to do myself, but I know that I mess up every once in a while. Practice every day. Even if it's just a few minutes, whether you can spare an hour or 2 hours, or just, I myself study while I'm, commuting to work on the subway. Just find something that you can do every single day so that you don't lose your place in your studies. Just whether it's vocabulary or picking a new grammar point to be looking at, or just, finding a new phrase on TV that you thought was interesting. Just being an active learner every single day really, really contributes, I think, to your abilities to speak and to understand another language. It's just practice every single day something.
I think this is a really useful piece of advice for anything. I think a lot of people, you get overwhelmed and you think, man, I want to be here, whether it's exercising or playing the piano or whatever, and you just want to finish, a year's worth of time in one day. And so you study really hard, you procrastinate, and then one day you cram as much as you can, you get burnt out, and then you don't do it for weeks, months. And that's not the way humans work. We're creatures of habit. Any of the best, the greatest, whether they speak a language like you as wonderfully as you do or whatever, or play piano or whatever, every single time you ask them, and it's brick by brick by brick. So I agree 100%, and I also don't follow this advice all the time. It's tough. I think the key is to not give up. So for me, honestly, my languages I'm not as confident, but as far as exercise, you'll get lazy and you'll pig out and you go down. But you can't just give up and just let it go down.
Right.
Just remember the big picture, that you are making progress, even if there's some decline. So if you get busy with work, whatever, get back on it, keep practicing English. Get back on EnglishClass101.com.
What is your next tip?
So my next tip is also related to practice every day. Is practice fearlessly. So this means, it's easy to learn some basic phrases in English. Hello, I'm fine, thank you, and you? And you sound like a robot and you feel comfortable in your little comfort zone, but you don't expand. You got to be willing to make mistakes. And I think it's the same as with dancing. If you're afraid, you look stupid. If you're reserved and you're off onto the side, of the club and you're just kind of moving like one shoulder in your little comfort bubble, it looks really stupid. It looks way more stupid than if you were actually going all out and just having fun with it.
Yeah.
I think it's the same thing with language. Don't just stick to your little comfort of hello, I'm fine, thank you, and you, and sound like a robot.
Yeah.
You got to have some fun with it. Try to use those big words that maybe you mess up. That's okay. That's how you learn, just like a kid. So let's see your other one.
My last tip then is kind of general, I guess. I've just chosen immersion. This doesn't necessarily mean that you have to go to the country, where they speak the language that you're studying, but just find a way to, even if it's just for a short period of time every day or once a week or whatever it is, if there's some way that you can immerse yourself in the language that you're studying for a period of time and only study, Spanish or only study English in your case for a period of time every day or every week, every month, whatever it is, on a regular basis, so you get used to just hearing that and just experiencing that, I think is really, really helpful, I think.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's... No, that's not the other one. I thought I wrote it down. Yeah, I agree. One of the things that most people don't realize is that now it's the 21st century, everyone's connected. So a lot of people just assume that if you move to the country, you're going to pick up the language because immersion is one of the best, most, time and time again proved ways to learn a language. But that's not always the case. Like I have a lot of friends in different countries who don't learn it at all. They're married to a local, but it's easy to just sit on Facebook and talk to your old friends and never actually, practice and put it out there. So if you can't make it out to another country, don't worry about it. Because even if you do, sometimes, it's that mindset. It's actually doing it.
Yeah, I agree.
good.
I agree. Good. Okay, what's your last tip?
My last tip is take grammar with a grain of salt. So, of course, grammar is essential for learning a language. Absolutely. There's no doubt about it. You should definitely focus on that. But what I've found is that when you're learning from a non-native English speaker, they feel safe teaching grammar because there's set rules they can teach, even if their pronunciation isn't correct or any of that. And, you can just get into that rut. But the reality of most languages is we break those rules all the time. So don't worry too much. If your grammar is a little off or you're having trouble learning it, just kind of go with it and just try to repeat what you hear.
Yeah.
I don't know about you though. What do you
No,
think?
I think that's an interesting point though, because I think that, like you say, I think grammar is a really safe place for a lot of people because, like you say, there are rules. It's clear that I can see that, if I put a noun and a verb like this, then I'm going to make a sentence that says this, and I understand that. It's really easy to understand. But I think that something that a lot of learners, and myself, I'm guilty of this too, is that there's a limit to how much grammar that you can learn. Like once you learn the grammar, you've learned the grammar. It's possible, I think, to master the grammar of any language, but it's the vocabulary that continues to change. Every year there are new words in every single language that get developed. People are making up new words every day, especially in English. So experiment. Once you find that you've learned the grammar, move on. Keep exploring new vocabulary. Find new and interesting things to do with the tools that you've given yourself. So don't be afraid to experiment with your vocabulary too. If you find something that you might like to try to make a verb out of, like Google, for example, give it a try. See if it works. If the other people around you are confused, maybe it didn't work. If the other people around you laugh or continue with the conversation, hey, maybe you just made a new word. You never know. So give it a try. Thanks very much for joining us for our English tips on this lesson. We will see you again next time. Bye. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Top Words. My name is Alicia, and today we're going to be talking about 10 reasons to learn English. So these are some ways that you can respond to the question, why are you learning English? Let's go. I love the culture and the people who speak the language. I love the culture and the people who speak the language. Oh, why, thank you. Maybe choose or know which culture or which kind of English you're the most interested in. I love traveling. If you are the kind of person who wants to go to many different countries and you want to be able to speak to the people in those countries, presumably English-speaking countries, you can say, I love traveling. I want to open my mind and become more international. I want to open my mind and become more international. Ooh. If you live in a country where, the culture, there's maybe just your home country's language and just your home country's culture, and there's not a lot of mixing as there is, for example, in America. Maybe use this phrase with your coworker or with your family members to say, I want to maybe change my mindset a little bit, or I want to explore things beyond this culture, beyond this language. I want to understand my favorite songs, movies, and TV shows. The next reason is I want to understand my favorite songs, movies, and TV shows. This is a really, really popular reason for learning another language, I think, not just English. But if there's a TV show, a movie that you really, really like, and you want to understand it and enjoy it on another level, you can try to understand it in the language that the movie is presented in this case, in English. I think it's a really fun motivation for learning another language. The language is useful for my job. The language is useful for my job. If you're the kind of person, or if you have the kind of job that requires you speak to people from other countries, English might be really, really useful for you. So you can say the language is useful for my job, or I need English for my work, something like that. I'm learning the language to impress someone. I am learning the language to impress someone. This could have many different meanings. Maybe it means you're interested romantically in someone and you want to impress them. Maybe that person is a native speaker of English and you think, oh, I want to learn English to impress that guy or impress that girl. Fine, great. Honestly, that's a really good motivation for learning another language, is wanting to be able to speak fluently to that person in that language. Great. Like, that being said, I don't know that I would say I'm learning the language to impress someone. I live next to a country speaking that language. I live next to a country speaking that language. Maybe you share borders with an English-speaking country. Learning English could be useful for you or fun for you. Okay. I want to speak to my partner's family in their language. I want to speak to my partner's family in their language. So maybe you and your partner share a common language and you can communicate together. But maybe your partner's family does not have that same common language. You maybe decide, oh, I want to learn some of the language so that I can communicate with my partner's family. That might be a good reason to study. It's part of my university studies. It's part of my university studies. If it's part of your university course, or if you're required to learn a language in your university or high school, other school, you can say, it's part of my university studies, or I have to take a language. That's a phrase that we use, a phrase that we used in my college, I think. I have to take a language. Don't forget that. I have to take a language, or I have to take English for 2 years. Something like that. I just love learning languages. The next expression, very positive, is just, I love learning languages. I just love learning languages. Maybe you're the type of person who just really, really is interested, and you can say, I just love learning languages. I think it's really interesting. That's a cool reason. So those are 10 reasons, 10 reasons that you can give if someone asks you why you're studying English. I hope that you have a few reasons. It's probably good to have a few reasons, but only one is okay. Thanks very much for watching this episode of Top Words. Please make sure to subscribe to our channel if you have not already. Thank you so much in advance. Thanks for watching this episode, and we'll see you again next time. Bye. Wrong, Guatemalan, eh? Oh, tapas, yeah. Mama say, mama sa, mama kusa.